Methodologies. Methodologies. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby!
What's up, guys? I'm Josh and I lift things, and I'm here to talk about deloads, what they are, and when to use them. Too long didn't watch. Sometimes you have to take one step back in order to take 2 steps forward. Please go watch my video on overtraining, overreaching, or under-recovering. You're not overtraining. To get a good base of knowledge before watching this video. I'll wait here. So, you've decided that you're overreaching and you don't know what to do about it. Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of great evidence on like an efficacious amount of deloading. Instead, there are kind of just countless anecdotal reports on how to go about it. So in this video, I'm just going to give some of the most famous or most well-known ways to go about a deload. First off, most people just take a deload week. It takes roughly 2 weeks of zero activity to start losing any muscle or any real strength gains. And 1 week seems to be more than enough to do what everyone needs, especially if other factors of recovery like diet, sleep, and stress management are all accounted for. So for every single deload method I reference, just assume to do it for about a week. So first is the I'm not doing jack shit method. You literally just take 1 whole week off from the gym. I both love and hate this method. I love it because there's no ambiguity or no auto regulation that a beginner has to decide on. It's both very simple and very effective. I hate it because there's a chance that a beginner doing it may get turned off from the gym after that long of a break, or maybe their anxiety will build up that they're not doing enough anymore. How many times has someone that you've known taken like a 1 week break from the gym for a vacation or something else to just never show up again? It happens more than you think. There's also something to be said, depending on the level of the trainee that we're talking about, form practice. Taking a week off from these complex movements, especially when you haven't had much practice with them in the first place, may mean that you need kind of a relearning session. And also, some people just can't stand being away from the gym for that long. They feel as if they have to do more. The next method is the 50% method. The 50% method is kind of just a catch-all term for where you do half of what you were doing. You can do half the weight on all the movements. You can do half the sets and reps on all the movements. I like this idea a lot, but it also requires you to have some type of idea of what you were doing before. To use 50% of your working weight, well, you'd have to be the type of person that tracks their actual weight that they use. That's more rare than you'd think. You'd be surprised at how many people just go to the gym and fuck around and can't really tell you what an appropriate weight for them to use is. But thankfully, this is a pretty easy thing to fix. The next method is the active recovery method. This again is a catch-all term for a lot of different things, but the main idea is to replace all of your gym workouts with mobility work, stretching, light cardio. Mainly things that'll just get the blood pumping and will help increase recovery. This is a great method, potentially my favorite. It gives people who feel like they need to do something every single day, something to do, and it's kind of hard to go so overboard on these things that you'll actually eat into your recovery. Not to mention, as the name implies, it actually really does help recovery when you start working on stretching and mobility. The biggest concern here is that the trainee decides to become a marathon runner halfway through it. That would be the antithesis of recovering. And my personal favorite, mainly because it's literally programmed into the routine that I use, is the 5-3-1 classic deload. In the routine 5-3-1 by Jim Wendler, you plan a deload every 4 weeks. I run one every 8 weeks, but whatever. The deload is specifically removing all accessory or assistance movements, and then dropping all the main exercises, your squat, bench, deadlift, and overhead press, to 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max for about 3 sets of 5. This means if your bench was 100 pounds, you would be benching anywhere from 40 to 60. This is great because it keeps up form practice, keeps your CNS, ready to feel what weight is, gets you in the gym, gets your blood pumping, and can be combined with the active recovery or I'm not doing jack shit methodologies. I'm fucking stupid. And boys, those are the 4 main ways to practice a deload. So when would you deload specifically? It's impossible to say. If you're on a structured routine, like a powerlifting routine, then you'll probably have one after your peaking block. If you're in sports, preseason is pretty much a giant deload. And if you're a regular gym bro, when you start to notice the signs of overreaching, again, go watch my video on that, then you know you should probably have a deload. 1 step back for 2 steps forward. And guys, that's the video. If you like this style of content, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I post new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it greatly helps out the channel. If I forgot to list your favorite type of deload, make sure you leave a comment below. Also really helps out the channel, and I respond to every single one of them. You can follow all of these socials and join the Discord. The links are in the description. I post exercise content twice a day, every single day. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.